Welcome to KarQ&A episode 3, where we dive into the life and history of our guests while playing Overwatch. Today we have Francine Vo, aka Fran, joining us today while we duke it out in some fun game modes. Then we're going to try some Ana golf here. So let's get this started. So Fran, let's start with a little background. For those who don't know or haven't followed your gaming journey, let's rewind the clock a little bit. Let's start with an easy question.
Sure.
First video game and, you know, the most memorable moment of that.
My first video game was probably Guitar Hero.
Wait, what?
Well, you said
Really?
most memorable moment, right? I played like old school Mario and Perfect Dark and all the Nintendo 64 games, but the most memorable moment was actually Guitar Hero. So when I was in high school, in my cafeteria, they actually had like TVs and some PlayStation 2, I believe.
Yeah.
In the cafeteria, and I remember I sat on the floor of the cafeteria and I was practicing this one song on Guitar Hero. It was one of the hardest songs. It was called Through the Fire and the Flames.
Hell yeah. On Expert?
On
You're
Expert,
doing, like,
yeah.
the tapping or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
all that fun stuff, yep. And I remember I was on the floor. I was just, playing as usual because I didn't have that many friends in high school. And I remember I beat the song with an insanely high score. And then all of a sudden there was giant round of applause behind me. And I turn around and I realized the entire cafeteria was watching me play. And I had no idea because I was so in the zone.
Yeah, that's sick.
And it was the most memorable moment of my gaming career because I just remember feeling like a superstar the whole day.
Oh, no kidding. Were you playing it at home and practicing, or was this just like, let me just pick up this guitar and go Expert through the fire and flames?
I was playing I had it at home practicing, and then I decided to showcase my skills in the cafeteria during lunch. Yeah.
I know you played a bit of Halo.
Yes.
And that's, I suppose, kind of got you in this industry. So how about you walk me through how you got into becoming a streamer and content creator now, starting from, was it Guitar Hero, or was it Halo, or, was there something else beforehand?
It was definitely Halo. Around Halo 3, I believe, was when Twitch was a thing. It wasn't even Twitch at the time. It was called Justin TV.
That's right.
And I remember I was playing RuneScape actually, and someone on RuneScape was like, "Hey, you should check this out. These kids are playing video games like professionally and competitively, and they're playing in tournaments and all this stuff." And I was like, "Wait, no way!" And that's when I discovered MLG.
Yeah, Tom Taylor, Mr. T Squared.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Watching the top 5 MLG highlights.
Yes!
Let's go.
Oh man, that is nostalgia for real. And I remember I was like, I want to be like one of those guys. I want to compete in tournaments. And I was 16 years old at the time. And my first event was Dallas, MLG Dallas, a long time ago. I don't even remember anymore. But that's what really got me into like competitive FPS. And then I remember because I wanted to take this really seriously, I actually started streaming on Justin TV, but it wasn't really streaming. It was more, that was like my only method of VODs, keeping VODs and archived VODs so I can look back and improve on myself. So I would just stream to like myself, one viewer, and go into the VOD and look at the mistakes I make and give myself like VOD reviews. Mm-hmm. So that's how it started. And then I remember I would get like 1 viewer or 2 viewers, and then it kind of just kept going slowly but surely.
Let's backtrack. So you attended MLG Dallas.
Yeah, that was my very first event.
Event as a player, right? Not as a
player.
Spectator. As a player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind telling us like what team you played for? And
yeah. You're gonna laugh at this. Okay. I played on an all-girls team named Pretty Girl Swag.
Isn't that like that song? Like
yes!
This? Right here?
That song just came out, and that's where,
swag. Oh, I forgot. I don't even know who sings that. Is it Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy! How can you forget?
It is Soulja. Let's go. Okay, and then how long did this whole like Halo adventure last until like you moved on to the next game, to obviously to end up in Overwatch now?
So when I turned 18 years old and I had to go to college, my parents made that like, strict Asian parents. They're like, you have no choice. We don't want you to do this for a living. They didn't believe in it. which sucks because I kind of wish I did go pro when I was that young. But so I went to college, and so I had to like just pretty much give up my Halo career essentially because I didn't bring my console or anything. I just didn't have time because I studied pharmacy. So I spent most of my time just being hitting the books. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I played League of Legends casually, and I streamed it as well, like part-time, like probably a few hours a week during my college career, and that's pretty much my League of Legends career. And then I graduated. As soon as I graduated in 2016 was actually the same time that Overwatch came out.
Ooh, okay.
And to me, Overwatch was the combination of League of Legends and Halo, you know, best of both worlds as a FPS MOBA. And I fell in love with the game right away. Like, I knew this was it. And I remember the moment I graduated and my parents and I were in the car on the way back home. I told them, I was like, okay, I got you what you wanted, which is the degree. Now I want to do what I want. So I literally just quit everything and decided to pursue full-time streaming for Overwatch.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that was that, and the rest is history?
Yeah, exactly. The rest is history, and I took a leap of faith because I wasn't even that popular at the time, you know? So it's just like, it was risky, but I believed in myself.
Yeah, of course. You gotta have that confidence. You can't make it unless you like, you know, you put your heart into it. That's for sure. If you weren't a streamer, what would your job be? Do you think you would have actually pursued pharmacy, like actually go into that field? Or like, you know, sometimes you need, some people when they finish a degree, they're like, you know, I finished it, but it might not even be for me still.
I probably would have kept doing pharmacy because I was really good at what I do. I'm like good at everything I do.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I probably would have been a pharmacist.
Not wrong. Okay. So do you see yourself doing this for maybe the rest of your, I mean, the rest of your life's kind of hard to say. I mean, but do you still see yourself doing this for the foreseeable future? That might be a better.
Oh, absolutely. I think that with technology improving and video games being more widely accepted, I think 100% that this is a definite good career path for the future for sure.
All right, so now that we're in Overwatch, and you've been streaming it for a while, I know you actually pursued semi-professional Overwatch, like tier 2, and you were on Revival.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit how you came to that decision to start pursuing professionally, and then we'll go from there, actually. So let's start with that question.
Yeah, so I just wanted to not be complacent. You know, like I was just like, you know what, I want to be really good at this game, and I want to inspire other women as well to try and go pro or at least climb the ladder or play competitively. And I saw that Revival was having tryouts, and that's what I did. It was like a week-long process where pretty much we were trialing different players in the flex support role, and I was competing against other people, other really amazing players, and I guess I popped off and got the spot, and I was so happy about it. And then I realized not too long after how freaking stressful it is. I have so much respect for pro players. Imagine playing this game scrim wise, you know, tryharding in scrims like 6 hours a day and then streaming like 8 hours. It's just like you play like 12 plus hours a day, and it was, I just couldn't do it. I personally like, and I also had bills to pay, and I'm gonna be real, Contenders does not, you know, cut it when it comes to money, like financial. So I think it's good for like kids who, you know, don't have to pay rent or have bills, and like they're living with their parents, and I think that's a really amazing hobby to do and pursue. But for someone like me in my position, and I'm a lot older, I think it wasn't a good idea. So I ended up quitting pretty shortly after. I know it's kind of counterintuitive to what it kind of counters what I said about like inspiring other women.
No, not really, because you want to try it out and you saw it wasn't for you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's like you see what it's like, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But at least you gave it a shot, which is more than what a lot of people can say. So I commend you for that. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But it goes to show, like, it makes more sense why, like, a lot of pro players don't, like, a lot of people when the Overwatch League season starts are just like, why aren't you streaming more? It's like, bro, it's like, it's a lot of work. It's so taxing. I'm assuming the burnout is like,
I can't even imagine the burnout. Like, I play a couple of hours of Overwatch a day as a streamer, and already I'm just like do I really want to play tomorrow?
Let
Right?
me open some Pokemon. Let me just open
Yeah,
some Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards. Yeah.
During that short tenure, you know, what was the best part of it though? Like, see the.
Oh, the best part of it is destroying the enemy. Like when you execute a play, especially as a team, and you play Overwatch at the highest level, it just it feels so. It just gives you this rush of like adrenaline, and it's just it feels so good. Especially when I played in the Echo tournament, for example. Just playing in tourneys just gives me this competitive adrenaline rush, and destroying the enemy. It feels so good. And then when you execute strats and stuff as a team. In high-level Overwatch competitive play, it's one of the most amazing feelings ever. So I can see how people, pro players, for example, and contenders players actually like can pursue that, because that feeling of satisfaction when you win is just so worthwhile.
If you could do one thing over or something differently in your career as a streamer, or maybe like a big some sort of choice, not necessarily in your game or your but like, you know, a decision to pursue something, not pursue something. If you're open to share that, what would it be?
Probably should have played Fortnite. Just kidding. No, I'm kidding. If you want me to be honest, I really wish that I was more consistent. I wish I put a schedule. Like if I had a set schedule every day, I think it'll make everything easier. But for some reason, I just can't do it. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Obviously, Overwatch has been out for 4.5 years now, almost 5, and we've been with the same source material for a long time. And you know, it's hard to see ourselves. I'm sure it's hard to see yourself playing the game like 12 hours a day, especially because you're not competing anymore and you're just like streaming. But how do you feel about, you know, variety content and that transition to that until we, I suppose, get Overwatch 2?
Oh, that's a good question. So right now, you know, I'm doing like Pokemon stuff, and I love it. It's one of my favorite things. But at the same time, I still have this like love-hate relationship with Overwatch. I just can't stop playing it sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me, if I'm fucking
really
sadistic or whatever, masochist or whatever the word is, but I love Overwatch. However, sometimes I wonder, like, man, if I quit Overwatch for Valorant, where would I be? You know, sometimes that keeps me up at night. That's shower thoughts, you know. If I went, because a lot of my female streamer friends that I used to play League with, they're so successful now. Like Pokimane, Chocobars, like all those girls. Those were my friend group when I was playing. That was my friend group when I was playing League. So seeing them, you know, branch out to Fortnite and like Valorant or whatever they play now, Among Us even, I get a little jealous sometimes because I'm like, dang, like I wish I kind of did that. But I'm just so comfortable in the Overwatch space that I'm grateful for where I am. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it does make me think like, what if I did that? Yeah.
So now we're gonna move on to the fun part of the Q&A where we do a little Toronto slang quiz, because now that you're part of the Toronto Defiant crew, Fran, I'm gonna quiz you.
Sure.
And I'm gonna say the word or a slang word that us Torontonians use, and just disclaimer, this is just slang that I hear at my age, millennial, okay? For everyone who's watching this. This might not be the Toronto slang you might be used to. This is what I used to use in college, university, and like high school.
Were you born and raised in Toronto?
Yeah, I was born and raised in a suburb north of it, but like I went to the University of Toronto too. So like I've been around downtown, I've been around the uptown suburbs, and like you probably know most of these. First one, let's go with link up.
Yes.
What do you think that means? Link up.
Well, it could mean two different things. It could mean like, you know, hang out or meet up.
No, you're right. For the most part, the way people use it here is to meet up. The next slang word is gonna be cheese. Like if I use it in a sentence, like don't cheese me, or I'm cheesed. What does that mean? I'm cheesed, bro. You're cheesing me.
Like being corny. Cheese. I guess it could mean like stop playing, like stop messing around. Right? Close? Maybe?
It's more of like don't like stop annoying me, or like I'm really annoyed. Yeah, don't cheese me, or I'm cheesed right now, or like this math test is like I remember using this in high school, like, oh, this math test cheesing me, bro. That's what people would say. So that That's basically meant. You're pretty close.
Okay.
You're pretty close. I'll give you a pass for that one.
Sweet.
All right, let's do the next one. This one is Moss. Like, yo, can you scoop me and let's Moss. I kind of did put 2 in 1. Scoop me and Moss.
Scoop me, Moss.
So, actually, let's go with scoop me first. Like that first part. That's
Like-
pretty intuitive, I think.
Come pick me up.
Yeah, exactly. Scoop me and
not
let's
ready to
Moss.
hang it up.
What do you think that means?
Um,
It's not what you think. I feel like I know where
You
you kind of
smoking
go with
that
that.
grass?
It's not that. Hey, that grass is fully legal here in Toronto. Hey, we
Smoking
can say
that moss?
I'm not cutting that out.
smoking that moss.
That moss? Nah, no smoking. Moss is Actually, give it another guess before I tell you what it is.
Shopping. Like go to the mall. Moss.
No.
What is
Unfortunately,
that?
you're kind of cold right now. It's kind of glacial right now, not even
no.
warm. I mean, you know what? It's like it's not as cold. When you said the word, when you kind of put shopping, it's kind of related to that ish.
Well, if you say scoop up, then I'm assuming like hang out then. You know.
Yes, yes.
Oh, so
So
that's hanging
moss
out.
means like
Not
to
at the
chill,
fight.
like chill and hang out. Yeah, let's moss.
What?
Let's just like really chill out.
Is
Yeah,
it
you know
because,
like moss. You know like moss on like that grows on like rocks or
Rocks?
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know moss is always it's just there, right? It
Yeah.
just chills on a rock. So it just
Yeah.
chills. So that basically translated. Somehow that slang got turned into yeah, it's just chill.
I
moss.
see.
Okay, we'll do one more.
Okay.
This one is a double double. What's a double double?
I mean, I know it as the In-N-Out burger.
It is related to food though, kind of. It's very.
This is
I'll give you a little hint.
modest
It's part of like a
command.
very popular Canadian chain. It's kind of like a way you order a type of product or food. I want to say food product, and I'll just have you kind of guess what a double double
Definitely
entails.
a
It's not a burger.
hamburger.
It's not
Oh,
a burger here.
Shoot, really?
Yeah, but if you went to like, actually I won't. I'll let you guess one more time, then I'll kind of like give you another hint.
Double up on the pizza slices.
Nah. Basically, a double double is at any place that serves coffee, you ask for a double double. They
it's
know what it means. It
espresso.
basically means yeah. It basically means 2 cream, 2 sugars. If you say triple triple, 3 cream, 3 sugars. It originated from I think the Tim Horton chains. Like if you go to Tim Hortons, which is a very popular coffee chain
Old
here,
soldiers.
it started there. But like if you go to a McDonald's drive-thru and you want the McDonald's coffee and you say that, like they know what
Yeah.
you're talking about and they'll give it to
Really?
you. Yeah, like they'll make their coffee like that for you.
That's so interesting.
So yeah, when you come over here in Toronto for the events and you know you're feeling you need a little caffeine spike,
Yeah.
you just hit up the drive-thru or whatever. Just say, give me a medium double, a large triple. You got your order right there for you.
Interesting.
And that wraps up the slang portion. I've kind of been stuck in this part of this Anna Golf the whole time, but regardless, thank you, Fran, for joining me, and I'll see you guys in
You're
the next
welcome.
episode.
Bye.